We'd been married 11 years. 2 kids, a quiet little house outside Denver. I worked as an HVAC technician, always home for dinner, always there for bedtime stories. My wife, Amber, was a stay-at-home mom, the one who packed lunches and led the PTA bake sales. People said we were the solid couple. I believed them. But real damage doesn't come from earthquakes. It comes from small cracks you refuse to see. Amber started changing. She dyed her hair without telling me, spent more time at the gym, got secretive with her phone, turning it over when I walked in the room. I asked if something was wrong. She said I was imagining things. I wanted to believe her. Then came the lie. One Thursday, I came home early from a job site. Our son, who was 9 at the time, was sitting on the couch watching cartoons. I asked, "Where's Mom?" He said, "She's upstairs with Uncle Nate. She told me not to come up." Uncle Nate was my best friend from high school. I felt my chest tighten. I walked upstairs, heart thudding like a drum. Her bedroom door was closed. I knocked. Silence. I opened it and found Nate sitting on the edge of our bed, shirtless. Amber was in the bathroom, wrapped in a towel, face red with shock. I didn't yell. I couldn't. I just turned around and left. She followed me outside, spewing excuses. It was a mistake. It's not what it looks like. We were just talking. Nate didn't even try to lie. He walked past me without a word. That silence stung more than any insult. But the worst was yet to come. That night, Amber sat our son down and told him, "Your father is angry because he doesn't understand grown-up things. Nate is just a friend, and Daddy is being unfair." She twisted everything. She told our son I was jealous, that I had trust issues, that I was trying to break our family apart. She used my love for our kids against me. I moved into a cheap one-bedroom apartment while we figured things out. Every time I saw the kids, they were colder, confused. Amber didn't outright forbid them from loving me, but she poisoned the air around my name. I filed for divorce, gathered all the evidence I could, phone logs, texts, even photos. But in our state, like so many others, infidelity doesn't matter. Unless there's abuse or neglect, courts don't weigh betrayal. It's no fault. Amber kept the house. She got primary custody. I got alternate weekends and a few weeknights. I felt like a stranger in my kids' lives. But I didn't quit. I started therapy. Alone at first, then with my kids. I showed up every time I was allowed. Every visit was sacred. I cooked their favorite meals, we watched old Pixar movies, played Uno, and laughed like we used to. Slowly, the distance shrank. One night, my son asked me, "Is it true you don't love Mom anymore?" I looked him in the eyes and said, "I'll always care about your mom because she gave me you. But love isn't about pretending things are okay when they're not. Love is about truth. And I'll always love you, truthfully." Weeks turned into months. Then came a moment I'll never forget. My daughter, only 6, drew a picture of our family in school. In it, she put me right next to her, smiling. Not Nate, me. Her teacher said she insisted on it. That's when I knew I hadn't been erased. I later filed for a custody modification. I brought therapy records, journal entries from the kids' counselor, and a long list of documented alienation tactics Amber had used. The judge didn't flip the custody entirely, but I won 50-50. Amber hated it. She said the kids didn't want the change, but they never cried when I picked them up. They smiled. They started bringing toys over, talking about school, asking to stay longer. As for Nate, he disappeared a year later. Amber tried to replace him with someone new, but the damage was already done. Her house was a revolving door of fun uncles. The kids started seeing through it. Now, years later, things aren't perfect. There's still tension, still therapy, but there's laughter again. My son talks to me without fear. My daughter hugs me tightly every time I drop her off. I've learned something. Sometimes the betrayal isn't just in the affair, it's in the story they tell your kids. But truth has a longer shelf life than lies. If you stay consistent, stay kind, stay present, they see through it. She tried to replace me with a lie, but I showed up with love, and love wins the long game.